Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another episode of 365 Days of Gaming. Really appreciate you taking time to check out this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Greatly appreciate it, so thank you in advance. Today's game is another one from the Xbox Live Arcade Vault. You probably heard of it and you knew I had to cover it because it's a beat 'em up type game. This is Castle Crashers. So as I mentioned, it's a beat 'em up type game, right? And it's got, a baseline story. You play a knight. Some princesses were captured. You got to go do your thing. You got to rescue them. And then you get into the actual game. Like, first and foremost, the art style always reminded me like of a Newground game. And the company that made it also made like Alien Hominids, which you can actually get one of the characters in this game. But the actual gameplay is very fluid. It's very fast paced. You can have up to 4 players. I went with the Green Knight. I remember when we was doing this, everybody was picking colors, and my favorite color is purple, and they didn't have purple. So, I settled in with green. And, each of the colors represented like elements, and then they added a bunch of DLC stuff to it. So there's a bunch of other characters that I don't have. Then you also get like these pets where they have like little bonuses. You might be better at finding new items, or you might have one that gives you like, life leech when you do attacks and all of that. This game was like one of the few beat 'em ups that was like fair the entire time. Like, it's not a hard game. That was never why we liked it so much, but it's fun and it's simple. It's easy to jump into. You can jump into someone else's game and play your character with them. Like, this was one of the games where they really figured out how to make the online aspect work in all forms of fashion. So you're not locked into a playthrough. You have your own progress under your own characters. Like, when you start a new character, you can go and you can just basically grind and level them up. You don't have to do a lot of extra stuff or like play every level over again if you want to play specific ones. Like, again, they did so many little smart things to make this game really, really good from a quality of life standpoint. And this is like 2008, 2009-ish. So it's like, all of these things that are now essentially should be standard. They're not always standard, but things that should be standard with these type of games, they did it already, which makes me a little more irritated when these new games come out and they can't, do things as well as this game. As you go through each of the levels, the other biggest thing for this, if you've ever played Castle Crashers, is like, it's a very funny game. It doesn't take itself incredibly serious. There's some elementary school level humor in here as well, but I'm a big child, so I don't really care. So there's like poop jokes and stuff like that, which are done better than, as crazy as it sounds, it's better than a lot of poop jokes I've seen in video games. But there's a lot of like, them just kind of going forward and just trying some different stuff. And so like you have all these little cutscenes that happen in between the levels or during the levels, just to kind of keep you motivated and give you a little more extra reason to see what they're gonna do next in every scene, right? They differentiate different level types, which I thought was always really cool. So you get to go through like some levels where, there's always got to be some sort of like raft type level, in these games, if you play the old beat 'em ups, where you're floating down the river or, you're riding horses or something like that, right? So they do that type of stuff too. So, essentially you're like covering like it's like almost like they made their own little, homage to the beat 'em up genre and all of the classic tropes from all the different beat 'em ups. So this is definitely a game I recommend if that is your lane, like it is definitely mine. This is a game that's always going to do you good. And you can get it on pretty much, like, they've ported it over to like every platform at this point. So, you have no reason to not have this game if you don't have it already. If you catch it on sale, I'm telling you, you're going to have a great time. At least me and my friends always did. So, that's why I had to put it on this list, because, it definitely meets the criteria here. If you know about Castle Crashers, let me know what you think is some of your favorite moments from the game. Like, I'm trying to show you some of the really great moments, but I don't want to spoil too much. And also, like, it would make the video way too long. But, I'd like to hear your thoughts on that as well. Either way, I appreciate you letting me reminisce with you. Y'all have fun. Y'all be safe. Peace.